A quick video because banking is something that we all do, but many of us do wrong. So just gonna share a few tips that will optimize your banking in a way that can work best for you and also for your future financial goals. Let's get to it. So number one is optimization and efficiency. And like I said on my last video, this means that you can transact with outside vendors and also between your banks very easily, and also that you can do so with little to no fees. And that starts with number two, which is your checkings. So your checkings is probably your most important bank account because it's like your inbox on your email. It's where everything comes in and then you distribute it out. And probably the checkings that you have right now is perfectly fine. You just have to make sure that it meets the following requirements. Number one is that it's FDIC insured, which I'm not even gonna explain what it is, but as long as you have an account in one of these banks, you're good to go. And if you don't have an account in any of those banks, just double check by doing a quick Google search. The second is no fees. When you put money into a bank account, you know that the bank grabs that money and lends it out to other people in the form of mortgages or loans or whatever. So the bank is already making money on your money, so you don't want to be paying them anything extra. There's so much competition between banks that it's going to be very easy for you to find a checkings account that is good and also will charge you no fees. So you should not be paying anything additional to the bank. You should also be able to turn overdraft off. If you don't have the money, you shouldn't be able to transact. And more importantly, the bank shouldn't be charging you for that. So you should be able to turn it off. And the last one, it should be able to transfer to other banks. It's normal if you get charged for wires, but you should be able to do ACH transactions or at least sell. And then for savings, it's a separate thing because I am a firm believer that you should have your savings account at a different bank than where you have your checkings. And this is important for two reasons. The first one, it helps you have your money at two separate institutions in case something happens to one of them, which is unlikely but possible. And the second and most important is that it helps you compartmentalize between the money that you have in your checkings for everyday expenses and the money that you have in your savings for short to medium term goals. Let's say that you have a month where you're spending a little more money than you should have because you log into your app and you see that your checkings account is going a little low. If you have your money at a savings account at a different bank, you're gonna be more hesitant to use that money because you're gonna have to log into that different app, pull the money, and that entire struggle is gonna make you feel a little more guilty, which is kind of a good thing because you don't wanna be using your savings account. And this also helps to create what I call the black box approach. Your savings account basically becomes a black box that you don't really know how much money it has because you never log into the app. You just focus on putting money into it every single month through like an automatic transfer, which I've explained a few times, and it just compounds and grows bigger every single month. And as far as the best one, I'm personally a fan of Capital One, which I've mentioned a few times in the past, but it's for the following reasons. Number one, and most importantly, it has no fees and minimums. It has an amazing interface, great customer service, and a great app to use on your phone. It's very easy to transfer through ACH with other banks and also to set up automatic transfers. Super fast and easy to open through this link. You can do it in literally a few minutes. It also has a great APY in the Capital One 360 savings account. And my favorite one is that it allows you to open many sub-accounts within the same account in just a few minutes. So for example, and I've mentioned this in the past, I'm currently saving for fixing the dent that my car currently has. So I created an account where I transfer money every single month until I reach a certain goal. That way, once I have that money, I can use that to fix my car instead of just putting it into my credit card and falling behind, which is a no-no. But you can save for goals that are more fun, like maybe a trip that you've been wanting to take or a down payment on a house. These are a few things that I think make Capital One the best one. Maybe some other banks out there have the same qualities, but I think Capital One is the way to go. And the best investment account is, sadly, I won't be covering that because this is strictly a banking video. But subscribe because next week I will be covering what's the best investment account. And just a small spoiler alert, I'll also be covering why Robinhood is the worst one that you can have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace!